Growing up in New York City, I felt like art was everywhere. It wasn't even a thought, like everything had art. Your schools had murals that people painted. They didn't have to be the best, but they were big, they were colorful. You'd get on a train and you would see graffiti everywhere. Compositions that were crazy, they popped out at you, it was colorful. I am Jeffrey Melo, and I'm an artist. When you're an artist, you're a vehicle for expression. And I don't think you really get to choose that. I'm currently working on a series of paintings where I reimagine the photography of Dorothea Lange. In this work, I look to reimagine these stories in a modern day perspective, where I include figures and faces that are familiar to me with stories that are familiar to both Dorothea Lange's world and mine. So this show is going to be titled The Least of These. And it's in reference to the poor, the needy, the disenfranchised, people that were being wrongfully convicted, the people that are being killed unjustifiably. These are the people that Jesus referred to as the least of these. So I wanted to make sure that I included these stories. I included these people. I included faces that were, for a long time, ignored from the narrative. America's history is very much like a top secret document where they give it to you, but everything is pretty much blacked out. And you only get what's curated by the people giving it to you. You don't get it all. It's created this effect in our country where we don't even know what the problems are. I want to make sure that when these things are being told, that I have a contributing voice. Dorothea Lange. She told a story in a narrative of something that was very real in this country. You had the Great Depression, you had the Dust Bowl. You don't hear about anything that happened to people of color during the Great Depression. So a part of my mission is to be a contributing voice to this art and put it in the faces of the people that need to see this. I just want to be a catalyst to a conversation bigger than my own, because a lot of it is parallels into the story that happened in the 20s and 30s to what's happening now. We're looking at a situation we haven't seen in about 100 years. So the challenge for me was to see these photos and absorb them, think about them, and think about who do these photos remind me of that I know now. Migrant mother. I recreated that painting to be of a family like my cousins, like my mother at one time, being a young, desperate parent, but also knowing that you have no choice but to get it done. I like to work simultaneously so that they can all develop the same energy, same palette, same feel. I want this all to be congruent, so I find that as I do it together, and I can find the parallels between all of them to make them look consistent and that they're a part of a series.
The primary focus of Black Wall Street is to create platforms for artists to build community by virtue of using art as a vehicle. I met Jeffrey Melo on Instagram as I was looking for some artists to be a part of a group exhibition. And the more and more I looked at his Instagram, I saw a human whose worldview is similar to mine. We started to develop a bond as brothers, and so I'm just really looking forward to being a part of his trajectory and supporting him along the way. I'm hoping that I can continue representing him throughout his career and to put him in front of the right people and to put his artwork in very important collections.
So this is your piece right here?
Yes.
I love it. I believe it. I love it. That's something I would have done so.
Yeah.
And then just like seeing the family photo.
Because when you look at a lot of those paintings, you go to the Brooklyn Museum, you see a lot of Victorian era paintings from the 17 to 1800s. It's all regal white families of high stature, and they're the only ones that had enough money.
Right.
So when you see their homes, it's very decked out. You got the wallpaper, you got the regal piano, the table, the
Meanwhile, there's
workspace.
ugliness behind that.
Yeah, but it's also, it serves as a reminder that there was a cost to your luxury. I'll leave you be. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And that's why it's so important we have to fight for the history to be taught in the schools.
We're just trying to do our part here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will see you again.
I'll be around.
Okay.